Right, so we're going to look at a second approach to making a parallel line through a given point. So again, we have to have a line to start with and a point that they want us to make the line go through. This approach is a little bit different because we're going to use the idea of 90-degree angles being supplementary to each other. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up constructing a perpendicular line, which will give us a 90-degree angle here. And then we're going to create another perpendicular line going through the point, which will give us another 90-degree angle. This will create parallel lines because if we notice, we have 90 and 90. That's going to end up making a straight line if go right through it. They're supplements, so it's going to end up adding to 180, making this line go parallel. So, how we do this? It's a lot of compass work, but to me, it makes sense what we're doing. The first thing we want to do is we want to adjust our compass so that the non-writing point is on the given point, and we extend our compass width to be a little bit past the given line. You don't have to go too crazy with how wide it is, you just want it to be a little bit past. And then we're going to draw an arc that intersects the line twice. That's step one. Now, we're going to construct a perpendicular line that's going to run through this point. And just like the perpendicular bisector, what we're going to do is we're going to move our compass to these given points, and we want to make sure that it's a little bit more than halfway, because we're going to assume that this is a line segment right here. So we're going to adjust our width, and we're going to end up making an arc underneath on one side. And we're going to move the non-writing point to the other arc we just created, and we're going to draw a second arc. So if you imagine for a moment that this was our line segment, we created a point down here, and our given point is already in the center. Now we have a perpendicular line that's going to run right through it. So I'm going to take my straight edge, I'm going to line it up, I'm going to draw a line. Okay, now if you notice, we have a 90-degree angle formed here. So if we create another 90, it's going to end up running parallel through it. Now how we go about doing that, not very difficult at all. What we're going to do is we are going to make our compass adjusted so that it's not quite to the line this time, the given line. We want it to be a little bit shorter. So notice how my writing point is not quite at that line. My non-writing point is on the given point. And I'm going to make an arc on the line that was given. Sorry, not the given line. On the line that we just made. I'm going to make another one on top of it. So now again, what I've just done is I've created a line segment that again I'm going to make a perpendicular bisector going this way through it. And if you remember how we do that, we're going to take our compass, make sure that we adjust it to be more than halfway, so you can see now that it's past that midpoint. And I'm going to create an arc on the left side of our new line and on the right side. And then I'm going to move the non-writing point to the other end of that line segment. I'm going to create an arc that crosses here, and a second one that crosses here. And now I can see that I have 2 points that when I connect them, it's going to end up going parallel to our given line. So let's just make sure we have it lined up. And there you have it. I have a parallel line through the given point that's parallel to the given line. Again, it's a lot more compass work, which is, in my opinion, more fun to do. But more importantly, it should make sense as to why it's working. We have a 90-degree angle right here and a second 90-degree angle that's going to end up making that line run parallel. It's an extra step from the first version, but in my opinion, it's easier to remember because we're just repeating the same process twice. So go ahead and practice either one of those two versions. I'm perfectly fine on a quiz or a test for you to use either one of those two. There's more than one way of doing all these things, so practice whichever one you're more comfortable with, or maybe practice them both.